Welcome to Movies I Like But Should Probably Hate. Let's take a look at the box office bomb, The Stupids. Believe it or not, The Stupids was actually the name of a book series in the 1990s, created by Harry Allard and James Marshall. I remember it because there was a copy of The Stupids Have a Ball in my 3rd grade class. It featured a family that was, well, stupid. They couldn't perform the simplest of tasks without getting mixed up, and the dog and cats were the smartest people in the family. Okay stuff, as far as children's books go. You don't learn a lesson, but there was no harm in it, right? Well, apparently not, because The Stupids is actually number 26 on the American Library Association's list of the most challenged books of 1999. The argument was that The Stupid caused low self-esteem and gave kids a negative view of family life and encouraged children to rebel. What the hell? You mean you weren't offended by the actual titles of the book? Like The Stupids Die? Okay, they don't actually die. The lights go off in their house and they think they're dead. But still, this book made 9-year-olds contemplate death is a stronger argument than it caused low self-esteem. You know, if a kid is stupid, they probably don't know they're stupid because they're stupid. Oddly enough, the movie ran into obstacles too. During its release in 1996, it was considered a box office bomb. And the film, Tom Arnold, and director John Landis were all nominated for Golden Raspberries, the anti-award given to Worst Entertainment. Tom Arnold actually won for Worst Actor, but the movie Striptease dominated the other categories that year. Wait, John Landis. That's the guy who directed Animal House, and The Blues Brothers, and the Michael Jackson Thriller video.
He made Thriller. Thriller.
So you wouldn't mind watching The Stupids?
No!
Well, let's take a look at the movie. After a few credits and some epic music, we see Tom Arnold and get one of the best jokes of the movie.
Things to do today. Make check mark on paper. Cross item out. And finally say, that seems pretty senseless, but whatever. That seems pretty senseless, but whatever. That's odd. Joan, honey, did you put these trash cans on the curb?
Oh, I left the trash out overnight.
Oh, dear. Oh, no. Someone's stolen our garbage again.
And after that, the movie never quite recovers, as we watch the Stupids perform idiotic feats so mundane that it would even make Ernest P. Worrell roll his eyes. But one thing that's kinda nice is that despite all the stupidity in this movie, it never degrades to bathroom humor, which seemed to run rampant in all the other comedies of the 90s. Now, how to properly describe this film? I think I would have to say it uses unintentional misdirection. Let me explain it this way. You know how in a horror movie there will be long periods of nothing happening and then all of a sudden something pops out? Well, that's the way The Stupid works. It distracts you with corny jokes and idiotic notions, and when there is an actual funny joke, it seems twice as hilarious. And believe me, there are actually 1 or 2 gems in this movie if you can actually tolerate what surrounds them.
I've got to follow them, but how?
2 wheels.
4 wheels. 8 wheels.
But the highlight of the film is definitely the envisionment of Mr. Sender, featuring Christopher Lee of all people.
It's impossible.
You see, Stanley used to work as a mailman, and during his job he noticed that 1 or more letters were marked Return to Sender. Stanley thought Sender was an actual person with sinister intent, and was behind the garbage theft. And this is what he imagined.
Letters. Easier to open than pistachios. If you still love me, Sally, tie a ribbon round the old oak tree. I'm afraid the only thing that's going to be hanging from that tree is you, Bob.
Wow, now that's evil. This is an absolutely hilarious performance. The scope of the character is so over the top, but Lee brings a subtlety to the performance that is just brilliant and engaging. I wish he were the actual villain of the movie, instead of some army guy selling weapons to terrorists. Like, we really have to worry about those guys. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go drink some Orbits and listen to my new Spice Girls compacted audio discus. Take the most backward-ass, numb-tard plan, have it come out of Christopher Lee, and it suddenly turns into the most brilliant diabolical plan ever.
How will you ever top yourself?
With with a crime so unthinkable that no one has ever dared to attempt it. To rob an entire nation of its garbage.
The one resource no one ever thinks to protect.
Yet without it, every hefty bag, every trash compactor, every rubbish bin in America will be useless. Desperate men will roam the streets with empty waste baskets. Panic and chaos will rule the land. The precious balance of civilization will be destroyed, and then the world will come begging for mercy to me.
The thing is I actually share the guard's enthusiasm.
Your job is to kidnap anyone who discovers my diabolical plan, including children.
Dracula, Count Dooku, and now Mr. Sender.
For Jenny Miller. Nobody coming to her wedding.
So where's my tolerance for this movie? Fairly high considering how bad it is. Once in a while I actually crave to see it, but that's usually satisfied for about a year or so after watching it. And about the whole tainting the family image thing, that argument doesn't hold water as far as this movie's concerned. The Stupids seem to be a really loving and close-knit family. My recommendation, if you're really bored, give it a rent. And if you see a copy somewhere, don't pay over $5, VHS or DVD. Next time on Movies I Like But Should Probably Hate, Fiddler on the Roof 2, Electric Boogadoo. And remember, you didn't hear it from me.
Stupid!